Hey guys, let's get more news about Lakers, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Insider details potential shift in power for Lakers LeBron James, Anthony Davis. Fear is a great motivator, and the Los Angeles Lakers' fear of agitating their star drove the franchise's biggest offseason decision so far, firing head coach Darvin Ham. However, they didn't make the move to appease LeBron James. It was instead to placate Anthony Davis, who The Athletic's Sam Amick says Davis is the future of the Lakers and may have dethroned James as the Lakers' top priority. That includes going into this offseason. I think we are guilty sometimes of focusing too much on LeBron and not enough on AD, Amick said on The Rich Eisen Show on May 17. Like when they chose to fire Darvin Ham. I was told that one of the many considerations was it was pretty evident that AD was not on board anymore with Darvin. They know like everybody else that AD has a history of having asked for trades in the past. That's how he got to the Lakers from New Orleans. Last thing they wanted was for AD to be frustrated with the situation and maybe have those types of thoughts cross his mind. So that's to me what's unique about this offseason for the Lakers, is that even within clutch you might have some different opinions about coach and players when it comes to LeBron and AD. One guy represents the future and the other guy, LeBron, is obviously near the end. James has regularly tried to hand the reins of the team over to Davis. And the big man turned in one of the best seasons of his career this past season. He was particularly durable, logging a career-high 76 appearances. Davis received a historic, 3-year, $186 million contract extension in August 2023. James can decline his $51.4 million player option and become a free agent this offseason. The Lakers were also slightly more efficient with James on the floor without Davis than together. Their net efficiency differential in the first scenario was plus 4.7 in 1,622 possessions. Together, they sported a plus 4.6 net differential in 3,615 possessions. And with Davis alone, that number plummeted to minus 0.2 in 2,027 possessions. James attended the Cleveland Cavaliers' Game 4 tilt against the Boston Celtics on May 13, stirring rumors about his future. I don't know how to unpack it other than applying pressure to the Lakers when it comes to reminding them that, yes, our relationship is in a good place. Yes, it looks very likely that I'm returning to play for the purple and gold. But they and we have a coach's decision to make here, we have trades to pursue, Amick said. His free agency and the fact that he has not indicated publicly or privately what he's going to do, showing up at the Cavs game is the easiest way to offer that reminder. James has entertained the idea of returning home for a third stint before. The door's not closed on that, James said, per The Athletic's Jason Lloyd in February 2022. I'm not saying I'm coming back and playing, I don't know. I don't know what my future holds. I don't even know when I'm free. However, Amick describes James' power move as an attempt to regain leverage rather than maintain it. I think he, James, wants aggressiveness because that's always his default, Amick said. Now, ever since the Russell Westbrook trade didn't work, LeBron has lost juice in Lakerland. He just has. They have not listened to him as much. And it's funny because the narrative and the idea that Clutch Sports runs the Lakers just couldn't be farther from the truth. A lot of times, most times they are told no. This is different because he has the leverage right now. They really want him back. They are all still all in on the LeBron business. With so much of their off-season plan still up in the air, this power struggle could last right up until the start of free agency if James decides to drag it out that long. How the Lakers respond is critical whether he stays or goes. Report: multiple teams will target Bronny James in first round of draft. The Los Angeles Lakers are in for another eventful offseason after they were eliminated in the first round of the 2024 NBA playoffs by the Denver Nuggets. Despite strong series performances from LeBron James and Anthony Davis, the Lakers were unable to get over the hump and now face several important questions. The biggest one of them all is what happens with James, as he's got a player option for the 2024-25 NBA season that he's expected to decline. James has normally opted out of these player options to secure longer-term deals, but with Los Angeles bowing out of the first round, it's not out of the realm of possibility that he decides to look elsewhere. One important factor that could impact his decision is what happens with his son Bronny James, who is staying in the 2024 NBA draft. LeBron was previously open about playing with his son, and it appears that multiple teams have discussed the possibility of taking Bronny in hopes of luring him to their respective team via Dan Woik of LA Times. Multiple NBA executives have discussed drafting Bronny James in the first round in an effort to lure his father to their team in free agency, Woik reported. Bronny has publicly said that he isn't angling to play with his father, and LeBron seems to support his decision as he's eased off the idea of playing on the same team. While LeBron hasn't spoken on the matter in a while, there's no denying that if the option to suit up alongside his son comes up, he'll at least have to consider it. Report: Donovan Mitchell would be number one choice for Lakers if they were to add third star. Jovan Buha of The Athletic said that Cleveland Cavaliers guard Donovan Mitchell would be the Los Angeles Lakers' top choice if they were to add another star in the offseason to complement LeBron James and Anthony Davis. I've heard in recent weeks that Donovan has become, if the Lakers go down the three-star path, and it's still unclear, I think they're gonna kick the can down the road and see the possibility and see what the asking price is, Buha said. And there are teams that can outbid them if they get into a bidding war. But if they do go down that road and at least explore it, that Donovan Mitchell would be the preferred guy, whereas several months ago, Trae Young was a name you were hearing a lot. DeJounte Murray was a name they looked at leading into the deadline. Former Lakers guard Nick Young urged the team to trade for Mitchell earlier this month. Mitchell's Cavaliers were eliminated from the 2024 NBA playoffs not too long ago, as Cleveland's season came to an end after the team lost Game 5 of its second-round series to the Boston Celtics by 15 points on May 15. Mitchell played in only the first 3 games of the series before a calf injury sidelined him. Before the 27-year-old went on the shelf with his injury, the Cavaliers were down just 1-2 in their series with Game 4 set to take place in Cleveland. Boston's defense seemingly had no answer for the guard, who averaged 31.7 points, 6.3 rebounds, and 5.3 assists per game on 51.5% shooting from the floor and 53.3% shooting from three-point range during the series. He finished with exactly 33 points in 2 of the opening 3 games of the second-round series. Interestingly, his lowest point total of the series came during the Cavaliers' sole win against Boston. He dropped 29 points on 10 of 19 shooting from the field in Cleveland's Game 2 win at TD Garden. But the Celtics were in control for the remainder of the series when Mitchell was sidelined, as Boston picked up wins in Games 4 and 5 to complete a gentleman's sweep of the Cavaliers. Despite the fact that Cleveland's playoff run ended in somewhat disappointing fashion, an encouraging takeaway from the Cavaliers' stint in the 2024 NBA playoffs, and one that fans of the Lakers should take into account, is that Mitchell has proven that he can score at an incredibly high level when there's a lot on the line. For his career, Mitchell has averaged a whopping 28.1 points per outing in 54 total playoff games. Perhaps Mitchell's elite scoring chops are exactly what the Lakers need to make another deep playoff run with Davis and James, like they did in 2023. And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of Donovan Mitchell? Leave your opinion in the comments.